So using my using my stripology ruler, I have just cut full widths of fabric, so that's 4 folds, and straightened it naturally. Get rid of that now. 2 inches. Okay. Now these 2 inches, this is the sashing that I'm doing at the moment, the wine sashing. Okay, so let's take someone. Who are we going to go? I don't know, I'm not sure now how this is going to go. I did have my mind made up. Yeah, let's start with Father Christmas, which is actually up for free, and also I put up for free, what did I put up? I don't know. Was it this one? What's that? I put another one up. Oh, I don't know. I got. Oh, I know. Was it Father Christmas? And that one. The may have been. I'm not sure. Anyway, there are 2 files up on Le Bloc Designs Embroidery Facebook page, and then you go to files. Yeah, you've got to become a member. But there you go, you know, somebody says, oh yes, you can be a member, and then you can go to the files. I put them up so far as Pez and Jeff, which is, you know me, Pez's brother. If you want anything else, let me know. So we've got to start with a couple of things. Yeah, now, because I've got different backgrounds, these are lovely, but I got different backgrounds. One is like a picturesque background, and the other one is a stipple or a vermicelli background, okay? But whichever way it is, I cut these strips at 2 inches. I need to just cut off the selvage, okay? Don't want that in our work, do we? And then naturally it's got to be the same length, so you can do it like this, or you know, more appropriately, if I can find the right ruler, any old ruler, you could sort of say, well, let's, you know, put the strips down and work with it, and say, well, my strips are 7 inches. This goes 7 inches. I think it does. No, it doesn't. Forget that. Put that back. Start again. So then you want a square ruler then, if you're going to do it that way around, and those 2 are too small. So I'm getting down my 12-inch width ruler, so that I can put my 1-1, I always work with 1-1, I can put my 1-1 on that edge, no, my 1-1, excuse-moi, on this edge, and come back up and say, well, these squares now are 7 inches unfinished, yeah? So I put my 1-1 on there and say, it's going out on camera, and say, well, 7 inches, boom, you can go there, yeah? Another one, and 7 inches, and you can go there. So at the moment I got 2, that's all I got is 2 7-inch joining strips for this quilty bit. So we take Father Christmas, let's just start with him, yeah? And what we want to do, yeah, and whichever way, to me that's the top, so we will be putting it the wrong size round, and I want to make sure this is out on camera, yeah. So we're putting it, if you like, the wrong ways round. We've cut all our squares down 1/2 inch margin, yeah? So we're putting that on to fit, pretty to pretty at the moment. And I am just putting 1 pin in there to hold it, okay? Because we are going to turn it over to the sewing machine and feed it through, so that this is the back of my work now, yes, and I can follow then exactly the outline stitch and I will do, like, you know, a few stitches back and a few stitches to the end, back, a few stitches to finish it off. So I will then, and then we can fold it back. So that's the very first thing I'm going to go and do. Okay, so I want to make this absolutely clear to you, whoops, what I'm doing. We pinned that strip on, yeah, and I've sewn it. Now, that's the bottom, and that's the top, because I put a wine colour in, ordinary cotton, you know, moon thread, and I've still got my grey bottom line from Superior Threads in there. But what happens, so because that's the bottom, what happens is I've married that right up to the edge, then gone under the machine, and yeah, started there, so I went backwards, yep, done my stitch, tack back, and I can turn it over and take that off, yeah, and then that is, you see, so because I've used the back of our sewing edge, there's going to be no sparkle showing through, it looks good. So then what we need to do with the next piece, yeah, so I want this one to butt up right against that one, yeah, so that's how it's going to go. But in the same format, it's got to be the other way up, hasn't it? So, now, turn that one on top of that one, alright, and again, make sure that we're all lined up. Put a pin in it, if you like, put a pin in it. So we're all lined up, and you'll make sure you are straight at the machine. Then, get to the machine, turn it over, look at the back of my word, please. And that is straight. Actually, what I ought to do is put them the other way, okay, because we need to square up all these squares. Yes, it's all square. And that bottom one can stay in the longest. So he goes up against the edge and stays in the longest, and then I'm going to put one, because obviously I don't want the top one in because I'm going to start stitching. Make sure the top is right, and then put in one that I can take out as I go halfway down, right? So that's keeping everything in sync, because I'm going to do it, because obviously I don't want to sew on that. I don't want to sew from the top, I want to sew from this side, yeah? Let me just think about that a moment. Yeah, I've gone too far, haven't I? That's all I want, is that bit. Yeah. Right, so if I did it that way, push that behind me, then it'll work, yeah? So, this bit, all I want to do is to, again, sew that outside line. So now I brought it back to you. So I have just literally sewn along that metallic line down what, I hope I got it out the right way. I don't think I have. I haven't even got it out the right way. Never mind, it's one of those things, isn't it? But what I'm saying to you, if you look at the back now, yeah, those half-inch bits that we left, that seam allowance that we left, yeah, so there's that, right? But that seam allowance are married together, or even may just overlap, it doesn't matter, okay, depending on how accurate we were, yeah. But we want that seam allowance to give us the body in the front, so that joining piece is now stuck in there. And I got my baubles upside down. Hello, one of those quilts. I'm not going to move with it now. I will say, well, there you are. Right. Now the next one I want to do is to add this to that. So another, I cut this at 2 inches, okay. So another 2-inch wine part, yeah. And I also want you to notice that on this one, my cutting for the half-inch, well, because the material is a little skewed, which it might be when you do yours, doesn't matter, as long as you've got the loft of the batting there, right? I will then put that on top of our next square and use the batting, whatever is the outside, because I cut them 6.5 inch, put one pin in for a moment, right, and then I'll go to the machine, making sure that's all nice and square, turn it over and follow my outside line again. Getting the picture? Hope so. So now I've just come back from the sewing machine and I sewed that on from the wrong side. You can see my red stitching, and I'm very sorry that my baubles are upside down. Doesn't matter, a whim to me is something my grandchildren will find hilarious, but it doesn't mean a whim to me. So what is it? But I'm carrying on. I think I'm got to go 4 strong, haven't I? So now with that all butting up to that 1/2 inch seam, right? Okay. The next thing for me to do is say, well, turn that. This is where I went wrong. So turn that. No. So I got to figure myself out, haven't I? I want that to be the right way up. Yeah. So to be able to get that on there, I have to turn that across me. There I am. If I go across me, I can do it. That's where I went wrong with turning it the wrong way. So now I can take my pins, yeah, and I can just do a quick pin there. If I go across me, I know it right. Quick pin there, so that holds it, yeah. When I go to the sewing machine, I'm going to flip it, making sure these two are straight, and follow that red line there, and then I can fold it back out and we'll all be the right way up, because that's what I did wrong last. So now I've come back to you, yeah, right around, sew that on the wrong side, take my pins out because we don't need them, okay, and then open it over, and there is the next part of the sashing that I want to do. And if we turn it over the right side so you can see it, that these, yeah, the sashing is going to just marry up underneath. And we want that to give it the same loft in the seam work as is in the rest of it. Okay, because I'm just doing it the one way. There's another circumstance, but I'll show you how to do it both ways. But I would rather do it this way. Then when the entire quilt is finished, yeah, when I back it, then from the front, with the backing all on it in one piece, I'll show you what we do in these seams to keep all of this nice and tight and lovely as we've got at the moment. But that's how we're going to go on. So, you know, I haven't got any more cut. Another 7-inch piece, and that'll go between that one, and that one. Okay, so at the moment that's the sort of vertical batting between the characters, and I'll come back to you.